My cousin had intimacy with a 15-year-old and convinced her to blame me. My cousin and I are both 22. At the age of 18 my cousin was kicked out of school, and he started doing substances and sleeping with random girls. I went to college and we drifted. 2 months ago a girl messaged me, and we started talking. I didn't know who she was because she didn't use her picture as a profile picture. She said she knows me, but she didn't want to reveal her identity. Our conversation was normal, nothing more than friendly, just talking about random stuff. One day my family went on a trip to a place that I don't like, so I choose to stay home. My cousin came to my house and started yelling at me, and he hurt me. He told me to stay away from his girlfriend. I was so confused. I said, "What girlfriend?" And he showed me her account, and it was that girl. He told me to block her, or he'll do more next time I blocked her. 2 weeks later she messaged me from another account. She said she is sorry for what her boyfriend did to me, and she said her name is Rashad, the daughter of my neighbor. I immediately blocked her because that girl is 15. I realized that my cousin is dating our 15-year-old neighbor. I debated whether I should tell her father or not, but I remembered that my cousin is a dangerous guy. He's not just a guy who uses substances, he's also a member of a famous gang in my neighborhood. I decided to stay quiet. Everything was fine until 2 weeks ago I was with my friends and a car pulled in front of us. It was her father with 2 men in the car. He told me to get in. I was hesitant, but he said he'll get me in himself if I didn't oblige. I enter the car. They drive me to the desert away from home. When we arrived to the desert he asked me if I'm having intimacy with his daughter. I said no. I used to talk with her on Facebook, but they didn't even let me finish and started hurting me. I passed out and woke up in the hospital. The doctor said I had a few broken bones, but I can walk. My brother told me that our neighbor is accusing me of sleeping with his daughter. My brother asked me if it was true, and I said no. Later that day, one of my friends, Monir, who is close to my cousin, told me that the girl's father had a suspicion she's dating someone, and he kept pressuring her to tell him who. She told my cousin, and he told her to say my name. My friend said that he told me this out of respect and I can't tell anyone that he told me. He said he's too afraid of my cousin to confess this to her family. My brother told me her father is pressing charges against me for having a relationship with his daughter. I decided to speak with my family and I assured them that I didn't do the thing I was accused of, and my older brothers hired a lawyer for me. I showed the lawyer all of the messages between me and the girl. Strangely, nothing was deleted. My guess is that her father took away her phone before she could delete anything. He dismissed the charges before they reached the court. Later that day, I got a message from my cousin, who threatened me. He told me to take the blame, or he'd end me. I showed that to my lawyer, who contacted the police. My cousin got arrested. I sent the message to the girl's father, and I told him to check the messages between me and her. The next day, her father apologized to me and said he would pay for my lawyer and compensate me for all the damages he had caused. He said that it was so hard to take the boyfriend's name out of her mouth that when she said my name he was too angry to investigate. He said he took her phone away but never thought of checking the messages. As for my cousin, he's now facing charges of dating his girlfriend and for threatening me.